Okay, it's Monday morning, May 11th, and I'm going to show you a good trade setting up here to show you how this stuff kind of sets up on Roku. Um, I like it, and I'll show you context-wise what's developing and how the price opened and what's developing. So what you're looking at here is on the bottom chart. This is a 5-minute chart of Roku, and this is the first 15-minute bar up top. So there's been 3 of these so far. And what happens is you got a big push up on the green bar, and on the first 5-minute bar, and now we're pausing for 2 bars. So if we can get a breakout here, that would be a buy. So I'm showing you that. The price there, I don't want to move the camera too much, is like a high of 128.37. So like 128.50 would be a very good buy. That would also mean that this green, the way it's setting up, that would be a green 15-minute bar, and then we're starting higher on bar number 2. Also, what could develop here is the 15-minute bar just might settle somewhere in here, the 5-minute chart, and then we can get another couple of 15-minute bars early that just consolidate in here, and then any kind of breakout higher, that might take another half hour or so, would be a good buy to then take out this 128.50 and start higher. And the reason I really like it is if we go to let's start with the weekly chart. What's developing here is you had this green week, big green bar 4 weeks ago, and now we're just kind of consolidating up in the upper half of that range. It's like a long, big picture bull flag kind of a setup, which means price should break out higher or continue higher at some point. Now we've been kind of compressing and building up energy for 3 weeks. This is the 4th week. So I like what's developing here. That's why I'm excited to really look for a good buy signal on Roku. And quite frankly, if you wanted to be really aggressive on this this is such key support, because I'll show you on the daily chart. First of all, note the way you're at the halfway point of this green midweek weekly bar, so we could be starting and making the low of the week right here if it continues higher. Also on the daily chart, what happened was you had a pretty good week last week, 4 days up. On Friday we pulled back a little bit, but we're right at the midpoint of last week, last week, and then at the low of on Friday. So when you have a green bar on a daily chart, the low, you can either start the midpoint higher, or you can have good support at the bottom if it opens up, gives you a good price pattern early near the low. And that's what's developed here. You can see here we opened right at the low of Friday and immediately popped up. So that's really good buying support in here. And even though we're kind of consolidating, this should be great support, eventually hold, and then start higher. So, and the more and more this 5-minute bar just consolidates in here, that would be a sign that it's just pausing and ready for another push up. And you can judge that, maybe the first 5-minute bar green you could buy, anticipating the break of that. So there's a bunch of ways to play it, but I'm definitely aggressively looking at buying Roku here this morning, and just wanted to show you the different kind of possibilities, show you the logic of the context. Also, I have a good video to make on the weekly chart on these, how that all brings things together on this daily concept of the green and red bars, buying at the midpoint, buying at support of any green bar possibly, and then how that 15 the low of the day early in the session somewhere. That's kind of the logic of the highs or lows are made early, so you're looking to do stuff early. So anyway, just thought I'd shoot that right here, show you what's developing on Roku. It's just a perfect looking type of setup, the type of things you look for if you browse many stocks at one time. So we'll see what happens, but I'll stop this now and then check back later.